All right, we're ready to go. Our third fight of the night is going to be Branimir Malenica against Patrick Pierre. And it's funny, I was talking to Patrick Pierre, who's in the blue corner, yesterday during the weigh-in, and he was telling me, he's like, this is the best I've ever felt. Best I've ever felt, best shape I've ever been. He's 39 years old. Been doing this for a while. This is his 24th professional fight against a young buck in Branimir Malenica. 2-0 with two knockouts. So I'll tell you what, you look at Branimir, he's an Adonis out there. Sculpted, not an ounce of fat on the guy. So we'll see how that translates into the boxing ring.
That is true, and it's interesting because the game face that Patrick Pierre had,
right?
It had me scared for a moment, indeed, Jimmy. I was like, well, I want to try and see if I can get out of this ring quick enough. This guy does not look like someone that came to play here.
Now
you want to be excited if you're in his corner because he definitely seems centered and giving it all.
And the one thing you notice, is the height, the height there in the ring. So we'll see what Branimir can do. Again, it's a young guy in Branimir Malenica fighting against an experienced, cagey veteran like Patrick Pierre.
Oh, that was a good gut shot there.
Branimir from Cologne, Germany.
And we see the aggressiveness being pushed to the corner right now is Pierre.
Scheduled for 6 in the light heavyweight division.
Good combo there.
And I think Pierre felt that one.
I even felt some of that.
Good combination again by Branimir. Again, crisp punches. And Pierre just trying to get that guard up. And Branimir having no problem so far.
And you want to give it to, right now, to Branimir because, hey, we're seeing this guy just being able to pull out that fake very good and then put in those combinations.
Malenica in the red, white, and blue trunks, while Pierre's got his black, white, and red. Got a little, what is that? A little furl there? A little flare? I like that.
Yeah, it does.
Mr. Pierre is what his trunks say, so we'll call him Mr. Pierre.
Now, you were mentioning the size difference.
And he's hurt. Pierre's hurt. He's up against the ropes. He's wobbling out there, but he's coming out. His feet his legs are very wobbly. They're moving the ground underneath him, and now he's going to try to clinch.
Now, the problem that's coming into play right now is that we're definitely seeing how those punches are taking effect quickly.
And there's a huge shot. Pierre just trying to bob and weave. He's about to go down here. He is struggling as Branimir Malenica is having his way. It's scheduled for 6, and Pierre just trying to survive round 1.
Now, I'll give it to him because he's been able to put out some very good blows right now. I would have been down from the moment of the first combination. Have no doubt about that, Jimmy.
I know my lane. I know my role, and that's to be sitting here next to you ringside.
That is wonderful, Jimmy, because you would have also been knocked out.
I would have been like, remember that fight where they announced him and the guy didn't even take a punch? He just left the ring? That would have been me.
That would have been a smart approach.
Right? Hey, I got to protect his face.
That's true. Pretty face has to go a long way.
Pierre, I don't know if he slipped or if he tripped over his feet, but he kind of fell back very exaggerated style into the ring. A huge right hand. Pierre ate 2 of them as we're wrapping up round 1. We've had 2 first-round knockouts, so I'll give Patrick Pierre credit for surviving the first 3 minutes against Branimir Malenica. And no doubt an easy 10-9 win for Branimir in that first round.
And this feels very interesting. I'll give the credit precisely on the fact that he was able to survive that first round because he surely took a lot of damage. Now, the problem in this isn't a video game. Damage is cumulative, so you want to guess. If you are the corner for Pierre, you definitely want to tell him, hey, if you have any chance, please be sure to make sure no blows like that come. So try and be better into defense and be more precise.
Usually, when you've got a veteran fighter, what you're trying to do is you're trying to lure that younger, more inexperienced fighter into sort of some deep waters. Maybe let him punch himself out let him get himself exhausted. Now, he doesn't have that much time in this particular fight because it's only 6 rounds. So Pierre sort of up against it from the jump. And we'll see what he does here as we get into round 2 at the Miami Airport Convention Center. Mundo Boxing Promotions. It's boxing in the 305. Happy you're along here on Fight. I'm Jim Rodriguez along with Christian Moreno ringside here. Big fun night of boxing.
Indeed, in the second round, if you're the corner for Branimir, you definitely want to tell the guy, hey, just continue pressuring, go up at it. You damaged already, so go for the finish.
Yeah, and if you're Branimir's corner, I mean, at this fight, he's only got 2 professional fights. You're just trying to get some airtime, some flight. And through the ropes goes Patrick Pierre, and that may be it, and that should be it. And it's all over. Wow. Through the ropes goes Patrick Pierre. They stop this in the early moments of the second round, and that is that. Wow.
This is impressive indeed. Wow. I mean, literally, the guy went through the ropes. That is a way to end a fight. That is a way to send a statement. If you're on Branimir's team, right now, that corner is super, super hyped with all great emotions.
And what's funny is that what's curious is that Branimir, his corner is where Patrick Pierre is sitting. He can't even get to his own guys. He's got to be. He's over in Pierre's corner.
Yeah, that's the worst part to it. And as we see officials right now, pretty much getting
you got to love that. You love the sportsmanship there to be able to say, "Hey, you good?" It's a sport. It's a violent sport. It's got those moments that you say, "Wow," you never want anybody to get hurt.
It is what it is. Does come into play though, right? And right now we see the two conversing properly as you would want. 2 professionals indeed.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. So we're going to let Christian get in the ring, and Christian's going to make the announcement. And he's going to interview Branimir. I mean, thunderous type action. Listen, if you like finishes, if you like knockouts, this has been your night. You have not been able to you sit down as these matches start, grab that favorite drink of yours, a nice snickety snack, and hang on, because these fights are exciting. There's thunder and there's action. And Branimir Malenica improves to 3-0 with 3 knockouts and literally putting Patrick Pierre through the ropes here at the Miami Airport Convention Center.
Literally the way to throw it out. Indeed, what a magnificent victory you get. It's your 3rd fight, and what a way to end this one.
First of all, I want to thank everybody who came here. Thank Pedro and the whole Mundo boxing team, Armando, for making this possible. And I wanted to make a statement, and I hope you get the next fight to see me. And yeah, it's a big motivation for me from Europe to box in the US. And yeah, I can bring the fire. I showed it tonight, and I will. My next fight, there will be action. Yeah.
So you just mentioned you are German-Croatian, and this is pretty much your first loop in the US. Talk about of that experience. You shortly mentioned about being with Pedro Diaz. Tell us how it's been so far, this training, and how it's translated to this result we just saw.
I have an amateur background, 12 years. I have 75 amateur fights in Germany, Croatia, and this was a whole another level, There are some legends in the gym, and the people nobody's arrogant, and yeah, it don't show me just the sport side, but the human side, and how these people, they are on the ground, they are not nose up, and this is like a big motivation for me to train with them, to sweat with them, and yeah, I'm just motivated to be here, and I hope in the next months you get to see me again. Yeah.
What's your next goal?
My next goal? Yeah, I want to fight as soon as possible here in Miami again. It's no problem. I'm a warrior. I can fight next week if it's okay, And yeah, it's a big motivation to fight here from Europe, and yeah, I will make with my next fights big statements too, and yeah, I can't wait.